so much enthusiasm.
Accoutrement.
Right. Okay.
Accoutrement.
Well,
I'm sick.
Hello and welcome everybody to this week's Plot Resistance live actual play podcast of Shadowrun. I am your GM tonight. I am Oz. Well,
I'm sick.
known as Dictator Hello and welcome everybody to this week's Plot Resistance live actual play podcast of Shadowrun. I am your GM. There we go. So,
I don't listen to us either.
I know. So, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the last time where we had everybody get together to rob a bank of a particular box, which was fun and exciting stuff. We are a bit short on people tonight because life happens, and in the world of Shadowrun, maybe you don't have the same team that you started with. Joining me tonight, going from left to right, because I'm conformist this week, is Cat9 playing 0.
Hey there. And 1.
And 1, excuse me.
That's a company that makes shirts, I think.
And other things, yes. And basketball videos, but most people are far too young to remember that. We have Miss Oz playing Sarah.
Oh.
Hello.
We have Summer playing Ash.
I am sick.
We have John Lavin of Lavin MMA playing other Ash.
Oh, whoa. When did I become the other Ash?
You're the other Ash. Because
I'm Larry. This is my brother Ash. This is my other brother Ash.
I demand a recount.
I joined the table first.
Other Ash.
Join the table first.
And finally, for right now, we have Impulse 101 playing Daymare.
Hello and welcome. And other words.
Rob will be likely joining us later as his character.
He is prone to do.
I have totally forgotten what his character's name is. Oops.
It is
Roy.
Shit.
Right?
It's Ash.
God, it's Harmony, I believe.
Harmony. Yeah, that sounds.
Is it Harmony?
Right.
Is it Harmony?
I still think Ash. When in doubt, go for Ash.
Is the character's name.
Melody. Ooh.
Melody. That was close.
All right. Well, quick recap from last time again. Squad of 7 Shadowrunners met with Gorgeous George Mondale, a fixer in Everett. They were hired to steal a box from a safety deposit box in a bank, which they accomplished, but not without some hiccups, as Daymare inadvertently robbed a safety deposit box belonging to a tier royal family. And doubling down on a rather magnificent con, he has them scared that the Finnegan crime family is bucking to get paid their due. So after returning the box, everybody was paid a healthy sum, and they disappeared for a few days to do as they do, which we can always get into in a different broadcast. But about 3 days later, they get another call from Gorse George to have a meet with him at 8:30 p.m. at his restaurant in Everett.
It is very good that he is looking to continue your existence. He will give you all the stuff that you can consume. Maybe you could drive your vehicle. Take us over there.
Are we all together?
You
no?
do realize that I can continue my existence without him.
But he provides the stuff that you put into your sound hole.
Just shut up and let me drive.
Well, I think
I will begin trying to change things.
We're not together, correct?
Correct.
No.
I'll call the old cab over. But, I don't feel too good, so I'm probably going to be late.
No. Maybe Ash should come pick up Ash, and we can drive
Why would
them
Ash
together.
come pick up Ash? Why'd I have to come pick up you just because your name's Ash? We're not
No.
buddies.
I was gonna come pick up you.
Oh, okay. See, if I'm getting picked up, it's different.
Okay, so I will pick her up, and
Sneeze, I'm gonna sneeze on him.
that's okay. She can sneeze on me, but as we're driving, there's like a conversation like, and so my next girlfriend was a fireman,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing about firemen is that they're all really good cooks. Okay, so we were together.
the
and we just,
punchline?
like, no. There's no punchline. He's just droning on about this.
Uh-huh.
I hope. How long does it take to get there?
Too long.
What's
You have to
it
make
too
your
long?
composure roll not to grab the wheel and
I'm gonna
Turn
have
it
to
into a
just-
building
plunge us
Please
to a
take a
fiery
right.
death.
right now.
Take her right off the bridge.
All
Let's see
right.
where we're going.
Well, we
I
know how
am
four
doing
people
the
get
speed
there.
limit.
Kitty.
Damer is Damer is going to leave the safe house the same way he did before, but this time, since he's not worrying about somebody else that's going to owe him money, or that still owes him money, the bastard. He's going to hop on his Suzuki Mirage, plop the helmet on his head, and head to Gorgeous George's.
All right. So the trip to George's Diner, everybody feels, is going to become old hat before long. But as always, as everybody arrives, within varying degrees of the meeting time, the place looks generally the same. Large bay window, nobody inside except a mountain of a troll wearing a trilby that is sitting next to the door, and there's Gorgeous George sitting there at the grill doing grill things as everybody wanders in.
Does George have chicken noodle soup?
George does have chicken noodle soup.
I'll more than that immediately.
All right. So the area itself is much unchanged from the last time that you were here, Daymare. There is a Sarah's vehicle. There is a cab pulling away, and it smells faintly of incense and terrible, terrible tea. And the team that you know is moving in to sit upon the stools inside. There are no other vehicles around. You are still uncertain how Biggie Smalls, the troll, and Gorgeous George are coming and going.
All right. I will put the helmet under one arm and head on in.
Okay.
Now I'll give a nod to the mountain of a man.
Oh, he will give you a nod as you walk in, and as the last person enters the store and the little bell jingles, he'll reach over and lock the door and pull the little chain on the open sign, and the neon shuts off for the night. And George is busy at the grill. Looks like he's cooking up some chicken noodle soup for Ash, who is not looking too well. And
Not good.
I will be sure to sit on the other side of Ash.
okay, so you're sitting away
I'll
from
be
Ash and
sure-
Ash.
Sure.
I will be sure to sit right next to her and give her all types of advice on things she can take and home remedies, how she'll feel better.
Nice.
Thing one is extruding strange liquids.
Various liquids.
I wasn't going
multiple
there.
liquids of dubious viscous. Yes, viscous.
I was not going to go there.
Only one person went there. Pulse tisk tisk.
I'm sorry.
Well, as everybody gets situated, George will he will say, "Well, you guys did an excellent job with the last piece. The customer was very happy with what he got. Said it was exactly what he was looking for. He was pleased that there were few, if any, issues. And
Oh, not a single issue.
no,
Damer would say, smiling.
yes, absolutely not. And George makes a conspicuous note to make sure that the Trio set is not blaring in the news about some crazed elven family down in Portland doing crazy things. So,
Oh, that crazed elven family, as I glance at the Tridio set.
yes, it's off now. You can't see anything. So he was so impressed. He and I guess his backers actually they have another job for you if you're up for it.
We are interested in the sounds you are making.
Thumbs up.
Good. Glad to hear that.
I'm listening.
So this one's a bit more corporate. I'll give you what details I can here, but he said that there is a bit of industrial espionage that he'd like you guys to undertake on their behalf. Talking a bit of a sneak in, plant some data on a server, snag some other data, make sure a couple of things are deleted here, a couple of things are added over there, and then there's something else he wants you to take out of their research division on the way out.
Well, luckily, subtlety is our specialty. Do I have to make a con roll?
Please do.
Yeah, because I don't believe you.
Well, that's pretty much the biggest lie I've told yet.
I think the fireman thing was pretty good there.
No, that was a real story. That's a real story. Thank you very much. Sorry, I have to actually look at my sheet. Why don't you keep on keeping on while I roll this out?
So, as your fixer clearly believes you,
Bam!
there you go.
Damn straight he does. God.
It's not no 20 successes on negotiation, but all right.
I didn't edge
He's
it,
saving
bro.
Okay, pal. So if you're interested, like I said, a little bit of industrial espionage, a little bit of theft, and
We are interested.
looks like the pay
We
is
do
going
not know
to
about
be.
them.
Looks like the pay is going to be about 100,000. Well, provided that the bit you take is mostly undamaged by the time you get back.
Well, how big is the thing we're going to be taking?
Gorgeous George stops for a second, and it looks like he's eyes lose focus as he's looking at the AR. Saying about the size of some sort of vehicle-mounted weapon system.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Well then, that might be a bit more challenging than just walking on in and heading out. But all right.
Yes, and it seems like we'll probably need, one person to do the talking, another person to do the computer side of things. So getting 2 people in and then 2 people out with something the size of a air conditioner seems pretty difficult, especially you said it's in a corporate building.
That is what I said, yes.
And are we talking single A, double A, triple A?
Batteries?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I knew it. I'm there.
Well, the research facility itself is double A.
Ash makes a wincing face when he says double A. Yeah, that does seem pretty... That's going to be a tough one to crack. I mean, it's going to take... How long of a timeline do we have?
30 days, apparently.
Okay, 30 days. That's still going to be pretty difficult because we're going to have somebody. It's probably going to have 3 people go in because that's going to take. Yeah, it seems like it'll probably take an extra person to also help lug the piece of researched equipment out of there. So, yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to need startup costs for sure, but 100K seems a little light.
216,000 minutes.
Almost getting paid half a nude a minute. Yeah, there's the negotiation assist. How about we see some negotiation dice?
So I get +5 to my roll?
Yes.
That is what that says.
Okay. I am obviously going to edge this.
Really?
God.
Okay, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh man.
What a whammy. 10 short of your
That's no
goal.
fun. That's no fun.
All right.
Hold on, let me make sure
Although
I got all
much
my
more
dice in
reasonable,
there
it's
real
much
quick.
less fun.
Negotiation 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 26. Nope, yep, that's correct. Sorry.
Okay.
That's all I got, guys.
I'll have to live with 10 successes.
Darn.
They
Only
don't make a
10.
higher level of tailored pheromones, okay? Otherwise I would.
So
You need better
Well,
clothes.
maybe you need to turn it off of terrible tea. Switch it over to something more, I don't know.
Cloves.
maybe
I
you should
have it
do
set
some
on
honesty.
Kundalini.
I'll settle for some
No,
honesty.
he can't be honesty. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's no fair trade here.
Rib shot.
George will he'll nod mostly to himself and say, "Yeah, well, I can get you something up front, but if you want any more money, you're probably better off talking with the client himself." So that was the offer that he gave me, and I can definitely front you some cash up front, which is what fronting means. But if you want to go into further details, then the Johnson will be happy to talk to you himself.
Why don't we do... Sorry, Kat.
No, good.
If we could start with just something to get us started with the surveillance and stuff, maybe 20 up front, and then we can talk with the client later.
All right. Yeah, I think we can do that. So George will reach under the counter and he'll pull out a cred stick and slot it into the end of his comm link and then pop it back out and toss it on the counter in front of you.
I pick that sucker up and verify the amount.
20,000 again.
Then I put it in a little medicine bag pouch that I have hanging around my neck.
George will nod, and then he'll send over some of the contact details, burner Semlink for the Johnson, and what details that he's got.
Which corporation will it be that we will be doing this to? Terillian?
Sorry,
Terillian?
I don't know what that is.
Continue on.
So the destination that he gives is the southern part of downtown, by where it borders up in against Tacoma, and it looks like the research facility is just a fairly unassuming office building. near Saltwater State Park. And it looks like the facility itself is owned by Rumertal.
Rheumatol?
Rumertal.
What is rheumatol?
We'll have to find out.
Yes, you
Can I
should.
look it up?
You can.
If only I could connect to
Do it. Do
Hold
it.
up.
Do
Hold
it.
up.
Tits,
What?
all of them call 'em.
Sounds like a cough medicine. Rheumatol. For aches and pains.
All right.
I am checking on the company
Okay.
to find out what information I can get on this because I am not familiar with this company.
Okay. So, Zero does his internet wizardry, or its internet wizardry, as the case may be. With 4 successes, you are able to find that Ruhrmetall AG was created when the whole metal industry of the Ruhr Industrial Complex, except for those companies that became part of Sader united into one single corporation based in Essen. They produce all kinds of machinery, engine parts, nuclear power plants and offshore drilling platforms, and of course, all kinds of weaponry, from pistols to main battle tanks.
Oh, you're a large metal conglomerate. They make several different items. So it makes sense that they do this weapon platform.
What's that mean for us? Nothing?
It means that at least we're not dealing with one of the AAAs, though it may be interesting if they are being hit by one of their larger rivals as a takeover bid. So perhaps they'll eventually be taken over by Zederkrupp. We'll need to monitor this.
It also means we're stealing a weapon.
Yes, we are.
Well, you got any
That sounds fun.
reservations about that, do you, Ash?
Not
Huh?
at all. My only reservations are that it'll blow up or something, or that someone will be very mad and try to kill us to get it back.
I was going to say it's a great way to make ourselves very notorious.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Is Notorious good?
No.
Don't listen to
Okay,
her, Zero.
well-
Of course it is.
Well, I think we should definitely get a safe house and start talking about what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing it. So,
I'd like
I
to
look
get
over
more
at Daymare.
information on the actual job.
Stay in the same hotel. I love that hotel. I know I get pizza.
As Daymare will kind of look back over to George. Well, I would like some more information about the actual job. Are you going to be providing, or are we going to be meeting with the Johnson Fort?
Both, George says. I will send a data file with what else that I have. But you will be meeting with the Johnson in a week's time, and he will give you the final details of what he wants. From what he told me, he has a little bit of a data file that he wants to make sure is complete before he hands it off to you personally.
Good to know. Well then, as Daymare makes the sign for check, please.
Is that thing where you do like the little check drawing in the air?
No, it's where you tap on the edge of the table and give the meaningful look to the waiter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Biggie Smalls, the mountain of a troll, will reach over and unlock the door for you. As George tells you that your money is no good here.
Damn it.
I will be conveyed by my fleshy servant.
Fleshy
Does he ever
compatriot.
get tiresome? Sarah.
Ever? You mean always?
That'll do. And with that, Damer will hop on his bike and think about which seedy hotel he wants to shack everybody up in this time. As I will look for stuff in the downtown area near our target location.
We did not get fatigued.
Well, in that area, there's definitely an Eastbridge Suites, which is not quite cheap and seedy, but it is definitely the lowest tier of corporate hotels that they send wage slaves to when they're on their junkets.
Well, I think we're going to have ourselves a junket.
Okay.
And
This sounds exciting.
I'll get 3 rooms.
All right. So by the time everybody gets down there and gets their rooms, gets checked in, George will have sent over a data file with what details they have on the Rumertal complex. Unfortunately, it isn't much. A lot of it is going to have to be filled in by various forms of reconnaissance and legwork. Although things Rumertal is typically known for in the news lately has been research into a resurgence in anti-aircraft weaponry, mostly how many guns can they fit onto a platform and how many bullets can it shoot before it runs out. And apparently they're doing research and development on a new matrix-controlled weapon system of that sort.
Cool.
What information do you have on the security?
I'm curious, like, how they're usually armed. Is there any information on, like, what their protocol is for dealing with internal threats, if there's anything we can find? I figure we got 30 days. I can do a pretty deep search.
That you can.
So that's the start. I need to do another one, I suppose,
Okay.
because I need 6 hits for, like, hidden, all that good jazz. So that's 4 for the assist, and then that will do the 7 for the information.
All right.
As Zero goes quiet for several hours, much to everybody's thrill.
Ready?
I like it. I like Zero. Think he's funny.
Well, after a good hour and a half of deep searching, Zero is able to find that based off of security at other facilities that are extraterritorial to allied German states, that Rumertal is primarily secured by a mercenary contract.
Which mercenary band?
I believe it is Tsunami.
Okay.
Although the other interesting thing about them is they are equipped entirely in-house, Rumertal heavy weaponry. Not a lot of drones, mostly it is people. And
Alright.
those people are typically 4-man squads, equipped like a fire team. So they'll probably have at least 2 guys with assault rifles, 1 guy with some sort of gyro-mounted heavy weapon, and somebody with a long arm.
This
Well
is
then.
exciting.
Well then.
So what I'm hearing is we definitely don't want to get in a gunfight. Or maybe definitely do want to
Preferably
get in a
not.
gunfight, depending on who your character is.
Preferably no gunfights. No.
Consider you guys are short one muscle. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Probably
think
want to
that's a
join
good,
Hey, do
good
not
thing for
underestimate the
general.
power of
Patchouli.
Ash's Kundalini, okay?
So anything regarding Tsunami, typically they operate out of the Ring of Fire, mostly do work for Japanese corporations or other private citizens that are wealthy enough in order to hire them. It's kind of surprising that Rumertal would actually be using them, because generally they would go through Met 2000, but Met 2000 has had some difficulties lately. What with losing a bunch of dudes during that big Dragon Civil War thing.
Yeah, that Dragon Civil War thing, whatever the hell was going on there.
Right. Something about lasers and dragons and...
Lasers on dragons?
Yeah.
Against dragons.
Dragons were wearing lasers?
Quite
On their
possibly.
frickin' heads.
On their friggin' heads. Can't they
So,
fire and magic?
Tsunami is not as well trained as Met 2000. They do not have the intelligence assets that some of the other ones do, and they are not covert ops specialists like 10,000 Daggers, but they've got people. They've got a lot of people. And if they're being equipped by Verbital, then they've got a bunch of good gear. But they just don't have the expert training that the other ones do.
So they make up with enthusiastic firepower.
Yes.
Okay.
That is good to know.
You should all be concerned. They have heavy weaponry with their security team.
Which we're supposed to steal. But
These
not
are
from them.
man-portable.
But not from them.
I don't think we should be looking at stealing any of the weapons, except for the one that we're after.
That's
It'll most likely
that's
detonate.
what I mean. I can't think straight. My head's cloudy.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, has your head ever got cloudy 0?
I can make that image.
See,
With
he's funny,
one,
I
I
told you.
figured to have 2 heads.
Do we get any more information on the actual target itself?
We'll need to observe it.
No, I mean what we're actually after. Like we're just assuming that it's the anti-aircraft platform, but what are we actually after?
What you are after is it is a prototype. It looks actually like a throwback weapon system. Essentially, it is a 4-barreled anti-aircraft gun. Looks like it fires 30 caliber rounds, high velocity, and it is mounted on a truck bed. So when they said it was about the size of a experimental weapon system, what he meant was you're stealing a truck with it on it.
A technical.
Yes, that is technically correct.
Hey, we got a driver. Nice.
Mew. Mew.
I love
Sorry.
him. I love him, and he's the greatest.
It's okay, I've got 3 cats now, so.
They tried to give me another one. I'm like, no, I think I have enough trouble with the one I have.
Right.
Calamity agrees.
Yeah. I'm about to engage best friend mode.
Oh my god, he's so great.
So before we get to talking to the Johnson, I was thinking that we might have to go a bit old school and run a con on this group of people to actually get to it. Since it's R&D, it's probably going to be under heavy lock and key. We might
That
want
is
to.
exciting.
You might just want to have them bring the weapon to us, arrange some sort of a demonstration, and then take it from there. What do you all think?
I would not know how to do that.
I
However,
am with
I
you. You
I will
know
support you.
what's best for us.
I do believe also that we were
I
required
think
to
it's
get data from
Pretty
there.
good idea, actually.
I like that idea. I think we should always have a backup plan too. I think that's definitely our plan A. Plan B being just the classic, janitors sneak it out with the cleaning cart or something like that.
That'd be a hell of a cleaning cart.
It's a damn big cleaning cart.
It's a jumbo cleaning cart. Okay, we get a Zamboni.
That's not a bad idea. As Damer actually starts thinking
I
about it.
want a Zamboni.
There's no way this Zamboni could go wrong. We're gonna have a new saying at Zamboning the plan.
Jesus. What we need is a poop truck. Okay.
Be sure not to hit it with a hammer.
Right? So, let's give all that a good think. I'm gonna go pay a visit to their
Well, there is
offices.
one other thing we could do.
Oh?
Ash will turn his back, and it looks like he's kind of punching himself in the face a little bit for a second. And he
I
makes
knew
a
he
couple
was slow.
whimpering sounds, and then he turns around and Daymare sees himself staring back at him because Ash has completely changed his face to look exactly like Daymare.
Oh, holy shit!
What the fuck?
Pretty good
You
trick,
gotta
isn't
warn a
it?
man before you do that.
That's amazing.
Oh.
You change your textures. I've been trying to get the others to do it, and you've been
God
to do it. You even change
damn
the
it, Zero.
wireframe.
So
Why can't the rest of you do that?
that's what I've been saying to all of them, okay? It's about belief in self and cyberware. So
Zero, that is not how it works.
So you just have to really focus. Anyone can do it with cyberware. So what I was thinking is maybe I could pose as someone already at the company who has access to it and could just walk right out with it.
Well, walk me in a relative term. But that
Yeah,
is
it has
also
to be driven.
We could have
good idea.
Zero do something like dummy up some type of order to have it moved, and I'm a higher up type person who no one's going to question. I'm barking out orders. I come in with the crew that's supposed to leave with it in the truck that's supposed to leave with it when it's supposed to leave. We walk it right out.
When it's supposed to leave.
Well, that's what Zero's going to dummy up the order for.
Yes.
hey, we'll call that that's a good plan A. But before we do any more planning, I think we should actually go and have a look at the place itself. That skill that you've gotten in Daymare will wag his finger tenuously at the word skill. That skill you got. Making yourself look like not you or me or anyone. Look like Joe Public.
He looks like you.
Well, that's great and a wonderful talent, but I look like me too.
Okay. Ash starts like punching himself in the face, like tweaking his nose the wrong way, poking himself in the eye a few times.
Ew.
And he's gonna make himself not Neil the Orc Barbarian. Maybe
Carl Combat Mage.
No, I wasn't gonna go there till later. Let's not blow all of our references right out of the gate. He's gonna go with like a cross between Leo DiCaprio and Chuck Norris.
What's that?
No.
Leo
That's
DiCaprio
mental
in
image.
The Revenant?
No. He has okay, DiCaprio from the nose up, but the Chuck Norris chin.
I can see
I
it.
don't want to think about it. It's weird.
Boy, that looks good enough to me. So, tomorrow then, do you have clothes that aren't, as Daymare will wipe his nose a bit?
Ash looks down at his yoga capris and 5-fingered shoes. He's got 5 toes on.
Yep.
And then he looks like sort of embarrassed, but then remembers he has 20,000 nuyen in a little pouch.
God.
Time for a shopping trip. I'm gonna say
yeah.
he skips out the door with a jaunty gait.
Daymare is going to pinch the bridge of his nose just
Somebody
a
keep
little
an
bit.
eye on him.
We will.
I'm not going. This
Okay,
Daymare will
We'll
follow
accompany
Ash
him.
out.
He's far too excited.
Data package incoming. Wait a minute. Can Ash's comlink even run me? What kind of comlink do you have, Ash?
Probably a bad one. Hold on, let me check. Actually, I might have dropped some coin on this. I think I have a 3.
Nope, you can't run it. Never mind.
What do I need for you?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, it's okay because I have 20,000 nuyen in a
I
little
know.
pouch.
I know. Plus, don't worry about it. Your comlink is inferior.
I was
Upgrade.
definitely. Hold on, but I can hear you on my DNI.
Yes.
Okay, in that
This-
case, I take
this
the
is
crystal out
offensive.
of my pocket and look at it as you're talking. And then nothing happened.
While you were out, go to this location and pick up this package. I ping a location for him.
Okay, is it something mystical? He says, looking at the pink crystal.
Yes.
No.
Okay, I need to stop and buy a suit first, though. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome sauce. And off he goes to buy himself some Mortimer of London.
He has someone going after him, by the way.
Yes.
Someone.
Damer is
Yay.
about 5 steps behind Ash.
Okay, thank you so much for coming along. I need somebody to really, tell me if I have the cut of this suit.
A
correctly.
babysitter.
Well, I just thought we could all, maybe get some, I don't know, we could get some vegan sandwiches together and just get to know each other better.
I do not consume flesh.
Well, that's okay because it's vegan. I say looking at the crystal.
Cool, like vegan too.
That's great. That's great.
And scene.
Right?
And see.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna buy that coat real quick and then
Yep.
go pick up this package.
Yep. So you are with Daymare's expert fashion advice, because when it comes to fashion, you should always trust the Irishman. You are,
Oh.
it's okay. It's okay. I've got some.
I knew an
potatoes.
Irish guy named B. Runt who dressed very well, thank you very much.
So you're able to get your suit, and then you and Daymare take a vehicle, some vehicle, I don't know what vehicle, over to the location that Zero has pinged, where there is a package waiting. And as you pull up, this is what looks to be some sort of not quite like a regular car lot, but it is definitely a special equipment rental lot. And as you wander in, your comlink pings with the AR tags that Zero has sent, and there is a large crate waiting for you. It is approximately Zamboni sized.
God damn it!
That's big.
So,
Damn it, Zero.
and even on the side, it does say in stencil Zamboni.
We really need to be careful what we say around this crystal, because I think he takes things really serious sometimes when we're not being serious, but also maybe this is actually a really good idea. So, do we have like a pickup truck or something to move this Zamboni with?
No, we don't.
Okay, Crystal, how did you pay for this Zamboni? He says, whispering to the crystal.
I had funds transferred.
From where?
The account?
Which account is that?
And Zero rattles off a string of numbers.
Okay, and where is I look at the cred stick in my pocket. How much is still on it?
20,000 minus the suit you bought.
Okay. All right, Ash is fine with this then, and then just says, sometimes don't ask, don't tell is the best policy. He starts walking over to examine the Zamboni.
Damer is going to look for a manager and see if we can return this thing.
Does Ace need to check her bank account now?
No, Zero paid for it out of his own money.
Okay.
So there is
Life's
a manager.
manager.
Say again?
There is indeed a manager there.
When life gives you a Zamboni, demand to see life's manager. Son, what's your damn Zamboni?
You're gonna take this Zamboni back.
I don't want your stupid Zamboni.
Do you know who I am? I'm a Shadowrunner.
Yeah, the Dave Johnson's Lemon speech would work perfectly for a Shadowrunner because they will burn down the sports supply warehouse with
Yes,
the
they will.
Zamboni.
Oh God.
So, how is Davar going to explain to the manager that this purchase was completely and utterly a mistake and they did not actually want this crated Zamboni?
That's a good question because there are not many things that are similar to a Zamboni.
I can tackle this one if you don't want
Put the
to.
water of Stromboli and
Please do.
Please do because I'm at a loss for words.
Okay, in his dapper new suit, and with his dapper new face to go with his suit, Ash is feeling like just very confident. Very,
Feeling
very confident. So he walks right up to the manager and says, I am so embarrassed about this. We had one of our brand new interns accidentally purchase this Zamboni for our branch when we actually needed this in Tucson. This is a huge cluster F. I mean, can we transfer it to Tucson from here? Or do we need to return it, then get the Tucson store to ship one out? Or how do we do this?
The manager kind of scratches his chin, and he's a rather portly human male, balding, middle-aged. Says, "Well, if you give us an address, we can certainly have it freighted down there. Although there will be an additional surcharge for shipping and customs in and out of the UCAS down to the Pueblo Corporate Council, or Aslan, as the case may be."
Give me 1 minute to run this upstairs with my boss. Ash walks away, and no, he's not going to hold a crystal up to his ear and pretend like it's a phone. He actually pulls out his phone and, makes a call to, 411 or something, and then just, talks nonsensical gibberish for a minute and comes back and says, my boss is really, really upset. I really don't want this intern to get fired, even though he is obviously terrible at his job. What my boss wants to do is return this one and then just go ahead and order one specifically from Tucson so we can save on those shipping charges.
Oh, well, no, certainly, I understand. I do understand. We can certainly affect that transaction. However, there will be a small restocking fee because we did actually have this Zamboni out as a floor model and had to create it. But I guarantee you, this is only.
I do understand. Fee. What's the fee looking like?
200 million.
200 million. You know what? I understand. A guy's got to make a living. I bump him 200 million. All
right. Says, well, I'm sorry that we weren't able to fulfill your request, and we will let our Tucson branch know that there should be a Zamboni order coming at any day now, and I hope you all have a good day.
No problem. You know what? Let me go ahead and get your contact information in case we need to, and I get his number and whatnot.
Okay. So you get the number of one Mr. Caleb Johnson. Manager.
Caleb Johnson,
Sports
manager.
Supply manager, right?
Solid.
0, you can go ahead and refund yourself 1,000 you spent because it has been spent.
They're good.
Ash will have to spend 200 million.
Now I'm just thinking we should have kept the Zamboni.
Hey, you know what?
It was only 1,000 million, man. I mean, I can't think of a run where a Zamboni doesn't come in handy, but that's just me.
Well, now you have this man's contact information for when you need a Zamboni.
When you need on-demand Zamboni, he's the man to call.
Okay. What's his name again? Caleb Johnson?
Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson, on-demand Zamboni. Okay, on the way out, I'm talking to Crystal. Okay, so Crystal, I want you to run any major purchases by me before you make them from now on.
Confirmed.
Okay. And I'm really, really proud of you and your Zamboni finding abilities. And he stuffs the crystal back in his pocket.
Just saying.
Damer wonders to himself how this man manages to.
You exchanging oxygen.
Well, I'll have you know that he read something that says, if you reach a high enough plane of consciousness, all you need is water and sunshine.
Oh, so a level 6 vegan.
No, that's level 7. God. Okay.
All right.
So then, let's get you over to their main place, wherever the hell it happens to be, and have you look around.
Okay.
Sounds excellent. Go forth.
All right. So the facility is on the waterfront near Saltwater State Park in the northern portion of Tacoma, as it borders on the downtown sector. What would you like to look for?
I would like to go across the water to see if there's a boat rental place.
There are boat rental places all over.
Okay, well, I would like to rent me a small fishing boat.
Okay.
And I would like to use said fishing boat to go along the way and see if I can't, get some eyes on the waterfront compound.
Okay. I like rolls. And you can give me a perception roll at any time. And any other type of reconnoitering roll that the team would like to give.
Reconnoiter.
I know, it's a fabulous word.
Nice. I like it.
All right. So with 5 hits on perception, the facility itself is... Oh, you look exactly like a fisherman. Like, you even have the fisherman's scent of day-old mackerel and rum.
Yes.
So with 5 hits on perception, you are able to see that from your fishy vantage point, the facility looks to be on a couple of acres of land that's fenced off on the lubber side, and there is a boat ramp that is fairly sizable that leads onto the land, and then there's also a dock, and it looks like they've got a couple of fast patrol boats. Not quite Zodiac size, but slightly larger, and it looks like you can see with 5 successes some pintle mounts on these boats, so they can slap their heavy weapons on there and use them as crew serve weapons at any time. Each of the boats looks to hold about 4 people. And you can see that the zone is flat, so it is easy to see anywhere from along the top of the building, so they can see the whole of their property. 5 hits, you also see what look to be some visible cameras that are covering the harbor area and the grounds themselves. What else would you like to know?
How many people do I see in meat space doing patrol?
You see at least 3 squads of 4 people each, 2 of which are on the grounds, and one of them looks to be up on a walkway on the building itself. Building looks to be about 3 stories tall, with a walkway that is along the outside on the 3rd floor.
Are they walking around in soft armor, or are they kitted out, or are they just clothed uniforms?
Looks like soft armor with assault rifles, crew serve weapon, or large. What looks to be a Rubital MMG, and then quite possibly a Walther 2100 bullpup configuration sniper rifle. or marksman.
Of course. Windows, fire exits, catwalks, your standard B&E questions.
Sure. So it looks like the security walkway that one of the teams is on has staircases that lead down. So basically, it is like a catwalk.
Okay.
That goes along that top floor. The building has mirrored glass, so you're not able to see inside. It just kind of reflects what light there is. Although, as it's getting darker, you are starting to see light coming from inside.
All right.
There is a larger hangar, like a vehicle bay, that also has the catwalk extends to that part of the building. Fire exits that go onto the catwalk, and then there are also the entrances that are on the ground floor. Large set of bay doors on the vehicle bay, and it looks like there are some metahuman-sized doors along the side walls as well.
Surrounding buildings and stand off from the fence.
So there aren't too many outbuildings near the fence. Like there are some guard shacks at the gates to the fence.
Mm-hmm.
There is a guard / observation / I guess maintenance shack on the harbor side of the dock, and it doesn't look like there's anybody in there at this moment. Although there is one of the 4-man teams is basically patrolling the waterfront, approaching that building itself. Inside the fence, there are a couple of small maintenance buildings, one of which looks to be near a large pump that might be fuel tanks. But next to the fence, aside from the guard checks, there's nothing really there.
Okay. What's the standoff from the fence to the main building?
Meter-wise, you're probably talking about 150 meters.
Okay. And how high is the fence?
Fence looks to be about 4 meters tall.
Okay. Well, that's all very good to know. I will snap pictures as I can and give those to the rest of the team. And I will go about my fishy way, because I'm a dirty fishmonger.
Okay. Dirty fishmonger.
Were you fishmongering?
If only. If only
Can we
all
eat
of
fish
your college
tonight?
people
Can we do
could
that?
see you now.
Right.
I want to point out that this is the second time fishmongering has come up in our game. No,
Is
It is.
it?
Yes.
I don't remember the last time.
There was another campaign. We had to evacuate
Oh.
from the building, and I suggested that we have somebody go up on the floor that we needed to evacuate and be a fishmonger and have examples of their wear in poorly air-conditioned tanks. See?
I remember
Second
this.
time fishmonger.
I remember that plan as well.
Continue on. Yay! The circle of plans.
It
But
is.
yeah, I will share that with the team as the day turns into night. And then I will say Indian Night. So, Zero, while I'm getting back to the place, can you have a look at this company and see if they take walk-in appointments? Because our
will
friend
check.
Asher, our friend Asher needs to have a talk with them.
Well, that shouldn't be a hard data search because I mean it's going to be public information if they have
True.
that. So I will go to the public data morgues, as it were, and see if I can find anything. 4 hits. Do they take walk-in appointments?
They do not.
I
take
highly doubt it,
walk-ins.
but
They do not take walk-ins. If you are requesting a demonstration, you will need the appropriate credentials. They do accept those on fairly short notice, though. Plus, you have a month.
all right. Well, we will need to get some appropriate credentials for Ash. Or sorry, Bash. So, no, they do not allow walk-ins. However, if you have the proper credentials, you can demand a on-site example of the products that they provide.
Oh, yeah,
You'll
that's
need to
that's
provide
perfect.
him with a new fake son, I suppose.
Would you be able to help us out with that, Zero?
I could find someone that could do it for us, if not Gorgeous George himself. Because I don't think that I'll be able to forge him a fake son on my own as per the rules. But, um, Jim?
They have made that rather difficult for you to do. Yes.
Yes. So it'll have to be done through a fixer.
I suppose if we wanted to abuse the forgery rules, which are never used because this is the
Mhm.
distant space future, who needs to forge anything, we can do
Uh-huh.
something temporary on kind of a 24 to 48 hour burner level.
Mm,
Um, we can go that
that's
way.
good. Now, if we just had somebody with the forgery skill.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Only we had someone with the forgery skill.
I feel like every time you say that, somebody has the forgery skill.
Well, just seeing if I can afford the forgery skill. The appreciable level.
Can't we all spend the edge and forge in something?
I think I'll be buying the forgery skill.
Okay.
Yes.
Fortunately, I think that Zero doesn't need to practice as much as most people do, or
It's
else he'll lose
not
him.
so much. I just burned through it. So, let's see. Do a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up for Karma.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh wow, AIs cannot get jack of all trades. Awesome. What a rip.
Kinda make. No, I guess it doesn't really make sense. But or
It's alright. I'll pick up fortune. I'll take the hit.
take one for the team.
I know, right? Exploiting the one with no physical body. It's just wrong.
I know. That whole, you know, take only 3 hours to regain all edge.
I know it's terrible.
It is
It's
terrible.
it's a burden that I will just have to exist with.
There you go.
All right,
Sorry.
Well, on that note, we've been going for
there.
about an hour, and I
Yes.
think Rob is trying to log on so he can join us, and
Yes.
Melody can be the awkward college student. So let's go ahead and take a 5 minute break. Be back at 5 after, and we will go ahead and continue afterwards.
Sounds
Hooray!
good.